All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Hey, thank you, Mr. Concentrator. Oh, he's up in the chat right now. All right. All right, guys. We're rocking and rolling. We'll go over some S&P 500. We'll go over some ES, some NQ. Real quick market breakdown. Do we have any trending news right now? Let's see. 12 hours ago, Trump, your investments are welcome, and we encourage you to legally bring your smart money people. We want to ask in return that you hire and train American workers. Who's he talking about? Let's see. Hit the little brain icon. This is okay, so this is sort of Trump's way of trying to protect the American worker because we know that unfortunately the tariffs have had a bit of an impact on jobs. Hey, good morning, Kevin. What's going on, man? So nothing much. We'll skip this. So no major live news right now. Our calendar, I know off the bat we don't have anything today. And that's because, that's because I made a video yesterday on what economic news we have, and that's going to be PPI on Wednesday, CPI on Thursday, and then Michigan Consumer Sentiment on Friday. So here's PPI, and we see that our PPI has been increasing. So that's a red flag. We want to see this a bit lower, because then that gives them more hope for a rate cut. If inflation reports come in higher, then that gives them reason to argue a rate cut. So we want to see how that comes in. Impact when it comes in, if it's higher than expected, expect a bearish reaction. Lower, expect a bullish reaction. Analysts, we could have analysis. We could have a little breakdown of the significance of this economic event. So event significance, PPI excluding food and energy is significant for accessing underlying inflation trends which are critical for shaping U.S. monetary policy. High inflation reading may prompt the Fed Reserve to tighten monetary policy further. Let's see. So that's PPI. Next one we have is CPI. Click the year over year. Forecast is 2.9. CPI has been lowering a little bit over time, right? And what's cool with Market AI is it gives us the inflation report, or whatever the report is at all, a historical data chart. So we could sort of visualize that, and that's really cool. So market analysis, event significance, the U.S. Federal Reserve, the Fed has a dual mandate of maintaining price stability and maximum employment, which they're definitely failing on maximum employment right now. According to such mandate, inflation should be at around 2% year over year and has become the weakest pillar of the central bank's directive ever since the world suffered a pandemic, which extends to these days. Price pressures keep rising amid supply chain issues and bottlenecks, with the Consumer Price Index CPI hanging in multiple decade highs. So right, CPI has still been climbing. Right now it looks like it's been lower, but this is just since October 23rd, right? And we know that we had that pandemic way back in 2020. So it could still be coming down from those highs, but if we're zooming out on a bigger chart, it could look much worse. That's CPI, and then of course Michigan Consumer Sentiment as well. And then we'll go over some charts, find some key levels and whatnot. We'll cover again real quick the event significance. Or now we'll do market analysis on this one. The Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index is key to gauging consumer confidence, impacting spending patterns, economic growth forecasts. Historically, lower sentiment signals potential economic downturns, influencing Fed policy. Given its high impact significance, a notable shift can alter expectations for future interest rates amid current inflationary pressures. So another major report that we'll be looking for, because we have hopefully a rate cut this month. COT report, we'll do a quick scan of this just to sort of see if there is any buying or selling pressure. Let's see the ES. We'll do our indices. ES, look at that, 63% short. So it's got a lot more shorts on the ES right now. I'll show you guys the report. So it did net change positive from week to week, from August 26th to September 2nd. But it does seem like right over here, let's see. Look at the long and short by trader type. So this, not small traders. Don't focus too much on small traders. It's the large spectators and the commercials that we watch. So the commercials are the ones that trade with the trend. So they're looking for markets to, like, if they're going, markets are going higher, they want to go long. Whereas the, what was it? The large spectators, those are the hedge funds. So those are the ones that are betting against the market, right? So they're going against it because they're hedging their current position. Hey, good morning, Victor. What's going on, man? What's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. It is September 8th, Monday. Going over a little market AI. This is the COT report. That is the commitment of traders, positions, analysis, and insights, right? So this comes out every Friday from the recent Tuesday's report. So Tuesday it gets filed, Friday it comes out. Gives us just an overall look at the futures markets with the hedge funds and large institutions. So now let's look at gold. I want to show you guys gold. Gold has been heavily bullish. Let's see. It's easy to just go up here and go to metals. We see GC gold bullish, increasing bullish too. That's crazy. Gold has a clear. So is it large spectators? So this one has large spectators going against it. Let's see. So I think, is it large spectators that I have at the opposite? Large spectators and commercials are the ones that are hedges. I gotta look into that one more time. The way it teaches it is silly. It doesn't explain it as one or the other. It explains that as one is this one and one is the other one. So it's obviously, could only be one of one, right? There's only two of them. It's not like there are 7 options there. Gold, mainly heavy long. We saw the ES indices, mainly short. Let's see. Increasing bullish, but long positions only 36%, short positions 63%. The NASDAQ is a bit stronger than that. Look at that. NASDAQ has 55%. So NQ does have some more buying than selling. Ooh, but look at that dip right here on NQ on our COT report. That's a crazy dip from those large specs dropping. That's crazy. That is wild. So yeah, large spec. Isn't that what I had before? Large specs on top? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It throws me off a little bit. It's not a report I've been looking at for years, so I'm not expecting myself to be that quick and fluent with it. But again, it's only one or the other. It's only two. So I know if they're inversing each other, that's good. I know if they start to drop like we see right here, that could be a huge red flag. That's a negative, that's a big change to the downside on NASDAQ right there. That's actually huge. I'm gonna take a quick picture of that. COT report on NQ is dropping right now. Good morning, guys. What's going on? YouTube, Discord, good morning. Chat. What's up, chat? Daily bias. We click our daily bias, take a look at ES. We see we've been very range bound, right? And that's what I'm going to point out too on ES. Right here is our trading view chart. And yes, we are back on the premium, so we got it all again. Love to see it. Let's see. So 4 hour, right away. What do we see here on the 4 hour time frame, guys? We see higher highs, but we also see more recently chop. We see higher highs, higher lows, but it has been chopping. It hasn't been a simple, it hasn't been the easiest push up, right? It looks like, let's see. What's up, Victor? Oh, I know who you are then. He said in YouTube, it's nice to meet the real Kevin. Somebody was messaging me about that on Instagram. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, so the quick breakdown of the whole fake Kevin thing with Discord is Discord has a really crappy, I was gonna say defensive policy, but like crypto cybersecurity policy or whatever. Anybody could make a new account at any point. So anybody could make an account and call it Kevin_trades_Kevin.trades. And just screenshot my photo and use my photo as their headline, copy my bio, use their bio. The only difference is, Discord-wise, let's see, on my actual account, view full bio, I have my connections, I have my Twitch connected. They can't do that because you need to log into my Twitch to be able to do that. So unless they hacked my Twitch, they are not able to do that. So this is one way to know if this is my real account. Another way, This little hashtag next to it, originally Kevin Dubs. This is my original Discord. Discord not too recently, like a year or two ago, switched over and let people use new usernames. And when that happened, I went from Kevin Dubs to Kevin_Trades. So that's another way of noticing the real one. But yeah, no, I know. It does suck that anybody could do that. Oh, so basically, and the reason why it's not like, oh yeah, why don't you guys just kick them? Because the support tab is open to everybody, right? So anybody who's even free, who doesn't have access, they're going to be able to drop in the support tab, and they might message something like, let's see, like here's a good example for Alex, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. Discord is where I go live every day. If you really are a member at bullishbrs.com, that's where you could sign up monthly, yearly, lifetime. But new member here don't have access. This is where we would set you up on like a monthly, yearly, or lifetime. But this is also where the scammer has access to go, oh, okay, this guy, he's new to the community. I'm going to message him as fake Kevin and say, hey, welcome. I do coaching, I do copy trading, come trade with me. It's that easy. Make an account here. And it's a big scam, right? I'm not going to message you right out the gate welcoming you to the community. As nice as that is, I do not have the time of day for that. I'm not sitting around watching the support tab. Again, I do apologize. That would be nice, but I'll welcome you here when you join the live stream. That's where I feel like everybody should be welcomed and having a good time, taking some trades and learning about trading. But unfortunately, yeah, so that's a little bit of a rundown of why and how they're able to do what they do. And unfortunately, get away with it to a point, right? We try our best to report them and do what we can, but reporting only goes so far. They could just create a new account. Now, back to our market analysis. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, so yeah, we haven't had the easiest run up. We've been holding demands, right? A demand would form. We would push off of it, we'd pull back, we would hold it, create a new demand, push back, come to it, and hold it. So now, what I'd like to see is us pull back to this 4-hour demand, 64.14, and hold it, right? So I'm looking for this demand, these buyers, to continue trend. It might look like we're range bound, but in all reality, we are in a bit of a bull trend still in the market. So let's be patient on that. We'll wait to see how it wants to play out. I'm looking for 64.14 then on the ES. We'll add our alert down there and see what's cooking. 64.14. We could check ES on Bookmap too. 64.14. Now 64.14. We got to remember though that is about 85 points away from where we're currently trading. 93 points away from where we're currently trading. Odds of that have to be slim, but not impossible. But slim enough that I'm starting to hesitate on this zone, because guess what? Not hesitate that, oh, this zone's not going to work out, but the odds of it happening today are probably a lot slimmer than them happening at all. So then I'm going to want to zoom in and find a more recent intraday trade, right? And the most recent one I can find is, look right here. We have a supply zone that formed on the 4-hour right here. If I extend it to the left, it was an area of resistance over here too. And we're a lot closer to that zone than we are to this one, right? We're about 92 points away from there. We're only about 15, 17 points away from there. Find some sellers, and then once we're able to find that we're creating some lower highs here, so check this out, right? So we're creating a higher high, higher high, higher high. Now if we come into the supply zone and fail to break this high right here, which is this one right here, that would be a lower high. Once we create that lower high, we take the shorts and we go target a lower low, right? Because that's just the trend, right? We're trading with the trend at that point. So that's one setup we might be looking for today. Now, on the other hand, we could take a quick screenshot of this too. Let me send, though, COT report with a huge drop on NQ. Okay, so that is that. COT report, copy image. This is potential trade setup 1 on ES. Shorts off of 4-hour supply, creating a lower high, looking to target lower lows, right? And I would be targeting lower lows. I would not be targeting the demand zone down here, right? Because we want to be realistic with the market, and being realistic with the market tells me that yesterday's range is very doable. So if we were to find some sells at the top of this range from yesterday, which we found sellers yesterday in this zone, that's for sure, then guess what? We could have that same move again, and that's why we would target that. And guess what? If we have selling momentum, selling pressure, we're just selling through, no problem, then sure, maybe I'll be able to take a contract off and let one run, but that would be a very big range. It's 110 points on the ES. I'm really not expecting that big of a move, so this might be our final TP, and if anything, might also look to see if we want to head towards this price level too. So it's going to depend on our entry. It's also going to depend on our stop loss, because we will be able to tighten it up once price gets a little closer to that zone. That way we'll use Bookmap. Now, the other setup I was going to mention, guys, would be, so there's a screenshot of that, would be, so you see how I mentioned we were creating higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. Well, we're also creating the higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So that makes me second guess taking short positions, not second guess the short positions themselves, but second guess the target of this low right here. Because just in case we find support above that area, and I'm going to mark this out with the rectangle tool right now, and I can almost guarantee, and this is only if we do find support down here, that once I break it down to like a 1 hour, a 30 minute, or a 15 minute, I'm going to find a demand zone down here. And if that's the case, I'd much rather look for a higher low demand zone entry long to target a higher high. And the reason for that is because that's been our most recent price action. We've been making higher highs and higher lows. Our big dip over here was from Tuesday. Since Tuesday, we recovered. Now we're back here Friday. We had our pullback. Well, guess what? Sunday market open. We've already been holding strong. So let's go down to a lower time frame and see if we could find that demand zone down there. Good morning, guys. What's going on? Happy Monday. Let's see. 3 hour. Not seeing much. What do you guys think? Should we keep these on there? Yeah, sure. We'll keep those on there for now. Now, right now, I'm coming down to some lower time frames, just looking at some of these highs. I'm not that interested in looking for a supply zone at these highs over here, and the reason for that is because I know that price has recently been breaking these highs, so these supply zones have been broken. 1 hour, only area I would want supply is up here at a recent high, and that's where I do have it. I'm pretty sure that's an all-time high on the ES too, so we are still in a bull trend, definitely no doubt about it. Back to our 1 hour. My biggest issue is going to be, also, let's get our 90 minute back on here. Welcome back to the club. 45, really looking for a demand zone over here. Right now I see a 45-minute demand zone, and that works out a bit because it's on a key level at 64.75, and it's above our previous day low like I was looking for. Let's also mark out previous day low, previous day high, and today's open price. Those are key levels that I look for every day, guys. Look how range bound, again, we're range bound between these two yellow levels right here. Buying the lows, selling the highs, buying the lows, selling towards the highs. At this point, though, we're trying to make higher highs through that area. So previous day high is right up here, PDH. PDL, previous day low. And then today's open price, right? So if we have today's open price, that gives us a little help and guidance of direction, of trend, and of good entries or not, right? So I'll tell you guys all of that in just 1 second on how you could use that open price. So here we have our futures open price. We find this on the daily time frame. It's not New York session open. It's the futures market open, because right now we're trading a futures chart. We're getting our bias right now on a daily chart. So that's what we're looking for. Now, how we could use it intraday would be to come down 5 minute, 15 minute, and just by basically looking at that open price and seeing, okay, well, do we have any support below our open price? Because then guess what? If we could find a long position below our open, well, when price is below our open, we know that's going to be a red candle. People are going to be selling. Well, if we could find those sellers to start filling these long positions down here, and then price is able to get back above the open and flip green on the day, and we were in a long position before the open price level, and we close green that day, well then guess what? We're in a no-lose trade because we're looking to continue higher. It's probably insurance calling me because somebody rear-ended me last week. That's always fun. Ow, my knee hurts. That's not from the accident. That's funny. Let's see. 64.77 is where I'm looking for longs. Let's see. 15-minute, 30-minute, and then we'll look at the NASDAQ. Could also look at, let's see, they're leaving a voicemail. Hold up. Nope, they're not leaving a voicemail. Means they were scams. We don't waste time around here, partner. Alright, this yellow level right here, this is a previous all-time high. This is from where? Oh, it's just from right here. So, it's not the most crazy major level. However, if we look at that level one more time here on like a 1 hour, let's see if it has worked as support or resistance. So it was resistance here, it was support over here for a little bit till we squeezed on it and broke to the downside. Then it was support over here, came down, acted as support over here. Right now it's acting as resistance, but it almost looks like what it did over here. You see how we were trading on this price level right here? Let's do this like white. So we were squeezing against this level. What I mean by squeezing, guys, is price got smaller in price action, right? So at first it was a, let's see. At first it was a 6-point range, and then it became a 2-point range, and then it became a 1-point range, and then it squeezed and it broke out to the downside, right? So right now, price sort of looks like it's doing the same thing, but to the upside. Looks like we're squeezing right here against this trend line to squeeze and break out to the upside. So if that's the case, I'm not going to be looking to buy right now because I know I have a supply zone very close, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this supply zone as my key level area. So I'm going to wait for price to develop a little further. It's 9:11 right now, so we do have about less than 20 minutes before the market opens. When the market opens, I want to see if price can break through this supply and retest the 65.22 area and hold it as support for longs, looking to target previous day high and looking for us to go green on the day. Now, would want to be careful with that because that COT report was definitely leaning a bit more bearish. Let's see. ES. ES is really waiting on some geopolitical stances to come through. Not stances, but data and reports. 58% cautious optimism right now. Let's see. U.S. labor market weakens, spikes Fed rate cut expectations. We were talking about that before. Global bond yield surge. That's usually, let's check out gold on that then. Here we go, gold. There we go, gold. All right. Let's see if we get a good entry on gold today. Previous day high, taken out already. Open price over here. And then we could pull up Edgeful to look at some statistics on gold. In a sense of like previous day high being taken out and us closing green. So previous day's range, New York session. Nope, that's not the New York session. Previous day's range, daily session. And gold, nope, we want GC. Previous day high broken, 67% chance of closing green. But what about by weekday? What about Mondays? Nah, that didn't really help. 64% chance. Not really shooting in the dark here. We just got to be careful because we are at all-time highs on gold again this morning, guys. Gold at all-time highs. Crazy on gold. I wish I got to get a soundboard. If anybody has a website for a soundboard, send it over because I'll add that to my favorites somewhere and I'll keep that going. That'd be funny. Cha-ching. Oh, you know what? I could probably just find it. Or if anybody has a good one, yeah, let me know. Let's see. Alright, so gold, gonna be bullish until buyers completely fail. Let's check out gold on Bookmap. And we know gold's bullish on the COT report, which is where the heavy traders are. Gold on Bookmap. Coming into a pretty heavy level here at 36.70. I'm thinking we just blow right through it the way we're trading right now. 3 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. There it goes, yup. Sheesh, bro. That's crazy. Gold's got 36.80 in line today. 36.80, it's another 10 points. I don't think it goes to 3,700 today. But gold doesn't really care what we think, you know? Measured move wise, I mean, could be. Could be. Market could do whatever it wants, right? Just got to be reasonable with ourselves with the market. So 30-minute demand zone right here. This is what I'm looking for on gold. I will take longs on gold down here with a high probability aspect to it. That's not the position tool I'm looking for. I doubt we'll be able to pull back to 36.58 near previous day high. If we can, great. If we can't, whatever. That's gold. We can check the dollar. Make sure the dollar's dropping. This is a VIX. Oh, what I put gold up here. I forgot we have the tab for gold now. Dollar's dropping. That's great. It's what we want to see. YM pushing higher. A little bit bullish on the Dow. So take a look to see if we have any supply zones on the Dow. We do right here. There you go, gold with a nice rejection off that. That's what we want to see. We want to see gold pull back to that demand zone. 1 hour supply here on the Dow, 45,694. So I'm going to be looking for sellers over here on the Dow, and that's going to look to line up for sellers on ES in supply. Right up in here. So again, a few things we could be looking for today. Definitely going to be patient and mainly going to be trading off of this big supply zone up here. Take a look at the NASDAQ. Were we done with gold? We did the Dow. Pretty done with gold for now. Nice pullback, dude. Let's go. Huge. 3666 right there. Nice. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Andrea, Austin, Jay, Jason, Hack, Victoria, Habibi, good morning. Oregon, what's up, man? Organictra, nice, cool. Nevada, Terry, Ryan, what's up, bro? Yo, random? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I won't call out. You could chill if you want. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Looking at our gold spread, same has been pushing bullish. I like this pullback on gold. We'll wait for that. Let's mark out some NASDAQ. NASDAQ's between some key psych levels. 600, 700, 800, and 900 right now. So let's mark down our daily. Find our previous day high. It's going to be right up here. PDH. Previous day low lined up right down here. Can delete these old ones. Don't need those anymore. Gap price. We'll delete this for now because we're going to update that. We got to mark out the gap on ES as well. I just remembered that. Open price, previous day low, previous day high. Again, these blue levels are just key psych levels. Psych levels are key psychological levels. They're whole numbers. Things like 500, 600, 700 on the NASDAQ because it's 23,600, 23,700. Once price trades in a smaller range, you could go by 50s as well. But because of how volatile things have been, we have been going by the hundreds. Whereas something like ES, you would go by the 50s, you would go by the 25s, because ES's ATR isn't 23,000, right? ES isn't trading at 23,000, it's trading at 6,500. We likely rip on the open, the street hates chasing Mondays. Yo, that's facts. That's a good point, man. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We did have a bearish move yesterday. I'm sorry, Friday. off of these recent range highs. And markets do like that range way more than they like to trend, right? And we haven't been seeing continuous trend in weeks, in a while now, really. We had a continuous trend, what, back here in June? Since then, we had July. July gave us a pretty decent trend, right? And then it ate it all back up towards, what was this, towards the end of July into August, right? That's what gave August another nice rally. So though, that's a nice trend right there. When markets give us a trend higher and then give us a pretty clean trend lower, right, for our pullback, right? Because that sets up for another trend back higher to new highs, higher lows, higher highs. At this point, we just came off of those higher highs, so I would be a little careful chasing, but we'll see. And again, it might not even be chasing if we're able to break those levels we're looking for. If ES could get above 65.22 with strength, head towards 65.30 with momentum, good volume, look for a retest and a push higher. Let's mark up that NASDAQ now. We got about 10 minutes till market opens. Right, we had our previous day high, previous day low. We had our 4-hour. Let's see, I gotta delete some older stuff. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday. So you see, remember we had on ES, let's see. Here's ES, here's NQ. On the NQ, we have this 4-hour basing area as ES, but look at the body difference, right? So it's not the biggest of a supply zone, and also we're trading against it already. So that tells me that NASDAQ also is a lot closer to these highs than ES is right now. So 0.46% away, about 0.57% away. So relative strength-wise, NASDAQ has a bit more momentum behind it. That's the equities. Those are large caps. So what's up, Oz? Yes, sir. Happy Monday, bro. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And you're ready for a good trading week. We got some economic data coming out this week. We all know that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We went over it before. We'll go over it one more time. Oh, nice. They updated their calendar, too. They're always updating stuff. Economic. Tuesday, non-farm payroll benchmark revision. We'll keep an eye on this. It does come in as a high impact. We'll see. We'll see. That's not the main one we're really looking at this week. The few that we're looking at are going to be PPI, which is Wednesday, CPI, which is Thursday, right? So these are our inflation reports. It gives us an idea on inflation in the economy. More importantly, it gives the Fed some insight to see, okay, inflation's still running hot. I don't know if we're ready for a rate cut yet. Or, okay, inflation's cooling down a little bit because of the tariffs. Let's keep it let's do a rate cut. We got a lot more confidence. We had poor jobs, inflation is starting to steady out. Let's do a rate cut now. But if we have poor jobs and inflation is high, well then I think we need to focus on the job market first. You know, it gives them excuses, it gives them an out. So we want to see, we already had the job report, we know it's weak. Can we get some sort of steady inflation? We've seen that they've been growing. This is right here. Consumer Price Index year over year. Now, Consumer Price Index is what gives me a little hope that we are going to push lower, because this has been on a bit of a downslope, but we're going to have to see, because tariffs have started to affect the economy more recently, right? When they got in effect around April, they didn't affect the economy immediately, right, until a few months go by, and that would be July. And we saw that July was a rise to 2.7 from 2.4 in June. So we want to know, you know, how does August come back? Does it want to come back 2.6, which again shows us we are holding steady, give us that rate cut, or does it increase and we should be a little concerned? That's CPI, and then of course Michigan and consumer sentiment. That is Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. The other reports are at 8:30. What time is it, guys? Market's open in 7 minutes. All right, let's go back to our home. Go put this over here. Put that down there. Take a look at the NAS. Now I'll probably look at some lower time frames for a possible supply or demand zone. We're really looking for supply right now, and I'm not even looking for a supply zone for a sell. I'm looking for a supply zone to work for a break and a retest. but I'm really not seeing any good area of resistance up here. Like, we see that clearly price consolidated at this point before giving us a very sharp turn to the downside. On the NASDAQ, this move right here, over 300 points, that's huge. So this is definitely an area where sellers were active, right? They were so strong, they were able to ignite the spark that led to this sell-off. So if NASDAQ comes into this 23,880 area again near 23,900 and starts to reject, I will definitely look for the shorts, right? They showed so much strength yesterday. Now, that doesn't mean I have to take the short and target another 300 points on NQ. That would be wild. Clearly, it's possible because it just did it yesterday, but is it probable? We want to talk about what's probable in the market. We're traders, we're not gamblers. So a better price would probably be to target the open right over here, because the open also lines up with a 15-minute demand zone. That's an area of support. And at this point too, if you were in a short position on NASDAQ near 23,870 and it drops 200 points, I mean 200 points is still a big move on NQ. We could also look for these recent lows to be swept out from these pre-markets, right? And that's still a great move, 150 points NASDAQ. So we'll be patient today. We'll see how it wants to play out. If buyers are able to hold us stronger, hold us higher, we'll look for longs. We'll look for retests of these resistance areas. If we stay range bound, then we'll look for shorts. But right now we're at the top of the range, so I'm leaning short. I need to see some buying pressure come in. Let's check out Meta on the daily. Ooh, look how horrible this price action is, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing here? It's awful. Don't like it. Hate it. It broke previous day low and then still reversed back higher. Now it's trying to go take out those highs, so I'm a little bit more bullish on Meta right there. So let's pull up now another equity. So this is Meta. Let's take a walk through our equities. Don't care about Netflix. We could take a look at Amazon now, top of the range. That's bearish, right? Because we see that every time Amazon trades in this area, we find selling pressure. We pushed back from 233 all the way back down to 211. Then we came from 233 all the way down to 220. Now we're back in 235. So we want to make our way back into this gap right here, right? And this might be an area 227 that we want to now go down and create a higher low. Because check it out. As much as we're range bound, sort of like equities we were looking at before, we're making higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. This one is a lower high right here in terms of this high that was created. But overall, higher low, higher low, higher low, even a higher low here, and then a higher low here. So if we want to pull back here, still means short term we're looking for sells today, right? Because I'm looking for Amazon to still reject the high of this range and come back towards this 228, 227 purple key level that I have over there. And I see that it still worked as a key level recently. What's resistance? Then we broke it was support twice. We held it support, we broke it was resistance, support. That's a great key level right there on Amazon. 227, higher low right there. Look to target 236. Little swing trade right there on Amazon. But in terms of helping us right now, day trade wise, I'm looking for us to pull back. We're at the top of the range. Top of the morning. Let's see. Apple, one of the few with some more momentum than the rest. We found the support area on Apple. We found that reversal on Apple too when that happened. I remember we were streaming going over the volume coming in here while we were not continuing on the breakout to the downside. We're probably reversing, and that's exactly what we got from 227 to 239. Bit of a tough sitch here on Apple because we have resistance at 245, 244. We're trading at 239 right now. We have been making some new highs over the past 3 days. So even though Friday closed red, we still made a new high on Wednesday. Not a new all-time high, just a new recent high. New high on Wednesday, new high on Thursday, and then a new high on Friday as well. So bulls are leaning on Apple. Apple event on Tuesday, I'm guessing it's sell the news. Oh, alright, we'll see. We'll see. Good stuff, yo. Lil AR, big shout out to him on YouTube. Apple event on Tuesday. Let's see. Oh, I wonder, yo, let's see. We go to equities. I bet they do. I was gonna say, I wonder if I hit Apple, if it'll tell me that Apple has an event. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Monday to be happy. Alright, so Apple, yeah, Apple shows resilience ahead of jaw-dropping event. Awe-dropping event amid mixed market sentiment and legal wins. Apple stock remains near 240, recovering 18.2% over the past month despite a 4.7% year-to-date loss, as anticipating builds for its September 9th product event promising AI and iPhone 17 innovations. Recent legal victories, securing its lucrative Google search deal, and strong Q3 earnings with 9.6% revenue growth bolster confidence. However, concerns about smartphone market saturation, high valuation, and uncertain AI demand temper enthusiasm. That's a big one, guys. Something me and Paul Meeks were talking about when we were covering Apple earnings. Hey, happy morning, Amity. Was the uncertainty and where Apple stands in the AI race, right? Because big companies like Microsoft, Google, even Amazon, they're all stepping into AI. They're all taking some type of initiative, creating their own software. Even Tesla, Paul mentioned, and guys, I mentioned Paul and I refer to him because he's a tech investor. He runs a hedge fund for over 30 years now. He's been a tech investor. So, big guy, he knows his stuff. And he knows more detail-wise about what's going on with these companies than I do, right? He focuses on these large cap tech day after day. We're trading futures mainly, which, yes, we check in on tech, but we're not that into it like he is. What's Apple doing with AI, right? Apple's not... Oh, back to what you were saying about Tesla. Tesla's becoming more of an AI company than it is a car company at this point, right? So there's a big shift going on, and Apple is sort of not riding that wave with the rest, right? Apple's making deals with OpenAI to get ChatGPT into smartphones, right? I got the new iPhone 16 last week, and it's sick. You could like copy something, and it has GPT built into it, and you could like write a response to this, summarize this, anything, whatever. But it's not Apple's own intelligence. It's ChatGPT, which they're outsourcing. They're not going to make a profit off that. So I need to see Apple step up its game there in terms of long-term longevity. This is pretty cool. Market AI price targets 250 to the upside. Right now it's trading at 239 average. You would want to get filled at its 222. Bears 173. That'd be a big blow to the downside. Now, remembering that Apple is much lower off those all-time highs than things like Meta and Microsoft are, it does have room to run. About 9% to the upside, $20 move. I do think it can do it. It's definitely possible. Let's see. So that's Apple. I don't think we went over. Microsoft will probably be next. Nah, here's Google. Google, man, talk about near all-time highs. It's at all-time highs. Google has been making all-time highs for the past... Well, technically, it's been making all-time highs since we broke this price level. So since... This is going to be crazy, guys. This was August 22nd. Till now, September 8th. Google has made an all-time high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, market's open. Google has made all-time highs 8 times. Out of the past, like, I didn't see how many it was, but market's open now, so we're going to take a look at ES and NQ. I'll stop my yapping. Guys, be like, Kevin, shut up, dude. You're going to miss the gold trade. You're
just excited about the Apple event. That's all.
yeah, right? I guess so. Just excited about Monday, man. I'm excited to be here. Happy Monday. Gold finding some buying pressure. If you're using Bookmap on Nasdaq, they pulled these heavy orders sitting at 816 and like 803. They pulled those before market opened, like 10 minutes before market opened. Target 23,900 to the upside on NQ here. 950 as well. Nothing really to the downside, so I'm thinking people are leaning bullish right now. Yeah, equities holding bullish. Almost want to try a scalp here on Nasdaq long. Question is, how are we lining up that trade? It's always the question. Because ES also finding support off of that trendline support we had. Yo, speaking of trendline support, man, I gotta get, I don't know if any of you know her, but Tori trades, she's that trendline trader. But she trades futures, mainly swing trades futures. I was trying to get her on for Futures Fever. I emailed her, waiting to hear back. There we go, guys. Buyers are definitely holding it, hitting those levels. There we go, Nasdaq. Let's go. Guys, give me half a second. I'll be right there. Let's see. So the buyers came in. Getting bought up right now off these 815s, 820s. I'm staying patient. I'm possibly waiting for gold. Gold just wicked that demand zone that I had. It happens, right? Can't force trades. I could only take my trades in the zones that I set up, so couldn't take it. Didn't happen. So guess what? Maybe now that we created a higher low right there, what if we sweep that and then hold the demand zone? So that's, again, what I'm looking for right there on gold. And that might give me the ability to be more aggressive on my entry and stop loss. There we go. Nice break on NQ to the upside. Equities are holding strong, except for Amazon, which we mentioned Amazon was in the top of its range. Nvidia pushing up. That's going to help. Google's pulling back, but above previous day high. We mentioned it is at new all-time highs. Wouldn't really look for shorts at the moment. Let's be patient. Gold on a little pullback too. Dow selling off right now. Dollar's weak, which is good for gold. There we go. Nasdaq pushing up. Microsoft with some strength that'll help. Google finding some strength. Let's go. Nasdaq's gonna run up to 50 probably right here. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not in it. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, Amazon found some strength. Here we go. I'm ready to see. I want to see Nasdaq find some strength, but I sort of want to see if we could come back towards this 819 area. Take a look. Gold pulling back to 15 minute, 30 minute. That's what I'm looking for on gold. Just being patient. 30 minute. Ooh, we'll see. 30 minute fell into lacking territory. What am I looking for? 30 to 25. 30 to 25. 30 to 20 on Nasdaq possibly. Alright, here's a big seller. So if we start to turn around here, I'm taking longs on Nas. I'm gonna try one here, but with a tight stop. If this candle pushes red, I'm just right out on the 5. Yeah, I'm right out on the 5 actually. Hold up. Because I like this 220, 230 area. But those sellers got pretty aggressive. But I also like Google just came off of another all-time high. We're definitely leaning bullish right now. Okay. Alright, good selling. Not much support under us. Take a look at the ES. Let's see, let's see. ES pulling back a bit too. At that support area. Hit the resistance at 6508. Let's just wait here on equities. Let's see. NAS off the key level. See this 23,800? Key psych level right there. Equities sort of flipped bearish, so I would be patient. I wouldn't jump the gun on any longs right now. Maybe look to see if we get back above this pivot, 810. Get back above 810. Stop loss at 80. Okay, so in that 810 stop loss at 80, looking for a run towards 30, I guess. See if we could find some buying pressure behind it. Maybe new high a day on NASDAQ. Let's see. Some good buying pressure. That's pretty good. 25. Got a quick run up right there. Equities trying to hold up. Apple trying to hold up. That's good. Got to see NASDAQ hold this right here. It's struggling. There we go. Good buying pressure, guys. Let's go. There's a good patient entry on that long on NAS. I don't like the sellers trying to step in here, so I'm probably going to look to exit if we get one more run up. There we go, NASDAQ. Let's go. Okay. All right. 32, 35. Could we get above 35? Equities are struggling right now. I'm going to get out right here, guys. Nice quick scalp on NASDAQ. Good stuff right there. Made back that little loss we had before and then some. How we want to trade it. I'm out of NQ longs. We got in down here off the break at 10. Out at 30. It was a 10-point stop loss, 20-point CPs. Only a 2-to-1. It's alright. We ain't stressing. I think it does want to try to continue towards a new high a day on NASDAQ. I wasn't comfortable holding longer because it is right near market open too. And we're waiting on gold. Gold's trying to fold. That wasn't our A plus setup. So we don't want to try to hold something that wasn't our A plus setup. Yo, what's up, DC? Good morning, Dan. What's going on, guys? Desi, David, Dave, Charlie, what's up, man? What's up, Mike?
Yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning. Look at the weakness that the Dow has. Dow's down over here on the bottom right. So I don't have it on my chart with ES and NQ. ES NQ chart, I have the VIX and the weighted index. I do have the Dow on the other chart over here because it influences the ES, just not as strong as the NQ and these weighted equities do, like Microsoft and Apple. Let's see. Gold trying to hold. Gold might end up continuing to a new high a day. Might not give us this 30-minute order block entry. I'm glad it got out of NASDAQ because I don't know if it's going to go make a new high a day. We got a really clean entry because we got the entry on that break of that 10 with the stop loss at the 80, at the 800, like we mentioned. Like, we called that out as it hit, and that was a pretty clean move. No, I forgot to check the gap fill and stuff. Let's see, gap fill, gap fill, gap fill. Made it out of clay. When the gap fill's ready, I'll short that shit today. Gap fill is pretty close on ES. NASDAQ with buying pressure, and gold with buying pressure. ES only a 0.20 away from that gap fill on ES, so odds are pretty high that we fill the gap fill. NASDAQ is probably much larger. Gap fill 0.39%, but gap fill has really been hitting lately. Let's see. We want to look at gap fill, we want to look at the New York session, and we want to look at ES. Not filled, bearish bias, gap fill percent, only 44% of it filled so far. We gapped up, gap spike, gap size 0.21%. And they've been hitting alright. They've been hitting for the most part. And Q. Oh, but we can look at by size too. .20, gap up, only 56%, so odds actually decreased, so we'll be careful with that. Odds are definitely running against us to fill that gap fill now. The question is, do we want to try to get a long position before the gap fill with the stop loss at the gap fill? Because remember, guys, if it says a 56% chance of it filling the gap, that means there's only a 56% chance that we hit this price level. So that could be a significant stop loss. Now, not so much because it's only 56% and that's against us, so we're only trading with a 44% odd. But if it was the opposite, right? If this was like a 31% filled and 69% not filled, then that 69% chance of us not hitting that price level only helps us find that better of an entry if we could trade towards it. We have a pre-market low right here. This might be something that if we sweep it and want to hold to find longs with the stop at the gap fill low, but we'll see. Gold, screw you. No, I'm just kidding. Gold making those all-time highs again, man. Can't say we didn't see it coming. Hourly on gold, beautiful. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Excuse me. Let's see. No more Zitty today? Damn, man. Oh, gold, another new all-time high. Guys, right now, gold's making all-time highs today. So, when we see gold push higher today, new all-time high. New all-time high. One after another. Let's mark out that 3675 key psych level. Gonna make that blue. And then 4,000? No, 3,700. I'm jumping the gun a little bit there, don't you think? 3,700 next key psych level. Now, with something like gold, you could probably go by 5s and 10s too. It would just get a little too much. Like if we did it at 70, and then we did another one at 65, and then another one at 60, which is like right over here. We see that it did hold as resistance a little bit. It held as resistance right here. It held as support right here. So key levels by 5s do work all right on gold. Now let's see, gold pulling back. I want to see, there we go, getting a little bit of a move there. Nas hasn't made that new high a day yet. Weighted index is pulling back. Equity's getting bearish. ES pushing down. Near an area of support, though. Don't sell these lows, but I'm definitely thinking these lows want to fail. But we don't want to sell the lows. Hell no. Apple trying to make a new low of day right there. It did make a new low of day. Excuse me. Oh, no, not yet. Excuse me again. Google new high a day. What's Meta doing? I just realized I had Google up twice. I gotta get Meta there. There we go. That's why we don't sell the lows. Stay patient. Meta holding support on VWAP at 736 right now. Is Meta new all-time highs? No, not yet. Meta's all-time highs are near $800 a share. That's crazy. It was trading at $90 a share back in COVID a couple years ago, a few years ago. Gold almost right off of that 36.75 key psych. Psych, got him. All right, let's see. Staying patient, guys. I'm really not seeing a good quality setup right now. As we mentioned before, ES has key levels we're trading between, 6,500 and 6,508. But we have supply at 6,523 and gap fill at 6,491. So right now we're sort of trading in the middle of nowhere on those. NASDAQ has more momentum to the upside. Mentioned that before too. It's got more, whatchamacallit. Bro, who posts these? I gotta trade it. Yeah, I'm gonna post it to TradingView. There we go. There's that new high a day on NASDAQ. That's nice. ES held those lows off of 64.98. There's 23,850. We're looking for 23,850 on NASDAQ this morning. Now at this point, what I'm curious about is a possible squeeze, but we want to see no really low volume shelves except 23,813 over here, which we have already tested. 813 all the way down here. Yeah, no way. No way that happens. We'll see, though. I'm thinking we squeezing push higher, though. Let's see where we at on equities. Trying to hold a little range bound on equities. Again, I'd be a little nervous on buying these highs, too. Like, I wouldn't sell the lows. I wouldn't buy the highs. I'd consider a long here on this pullback, but we don't know if this pullback just completely dumps on us right now. 15-minute closes in 9 minutes, and it's looking a lot more bearish. Look at the divergence here, guys. ES on the 15 is trying to push lower. NASDAQ's trying to move higher. So NASDAQ does have more relative strength. I'm considering buying this dip here on NASDAQ for that relative strength to try to hold. I just hate trying to chase longs like this. Let's see. Could always go light size, know your risk. Whoa! Okay. Cool. That's cool. Can we keep going? We don't want to be greedy, but that was nice. That was a nice quick 15-point pop on NQ. Was it only 15? Nah, that was like a 20-point pop. I filled 834 on that, man, right before we popped. I want to be a little careful here, but that does give me some confidence. Nvidia holding strong too. I want to see if NASDAQ could head towards the supply zone now. This is the setup I'm currently in. I was able to fill towards the low of this wick. I want to see these buyers hold this, though. I'm moving my stop loss up. Not trying to let this turn into a loser. I'm thinking people were buying those highs. Let's try to get out if we get one more push up. Nvidia's still moving. There we go, NASDAQ. Come on, we want to keep it moving. Oh, another run towards, let's see, 875. I want to see 875. Microsoft pushing up, Nvidia pushing up, Apple pushing up. Let's go. Come on, equities, hold this. Amazon somewhat struggling. Not a fan of NASDAQ struggling off this 860 level, especially because we were able to get such a nice fill at 834. So we don't want to have this pull all the way back towards our entry. Let's see. And that's what it looks like it's trying to do right now. So let's look for a possible exit. I'll let you guys know when I manually exit. Buyers still have the strength, so not yet. Apple flipped green on this 5 minutes, so that is good. Come on, Nasdaq. 874 I'm looking for. 874. It's keep getting sold off, though. That's a huge red flag. Let's just wait. Minute 15 left. I'm gonna be patient. My entry was at 34. My stop loss is at 31. But that was a wild move, man. I'd like to see a second leg of this. Wouldn't we all, right? I'm just... There we go. Nvidia climbing. Apple climbing. Microsoft climbing. Google hit a little bit of a wall. Considering exiting here, man. Because sellers kept stepping in at this 55, 56 point. But I want to see a quick pop right through again like we've been seeing on NASDAQ. Massive traps on those sellers, dude. There we go. Come on, get above 60, dude. Come on, NQ. Get above 60. Hit that 62. There's 61. Major struggle right here, bro. Come on, Nas. There's 61. 62 for a second. Come on, go to that 74. Here we go. 64. 65. Come on, Nas. 65. I'm gonna get out right here. That was a nice little exit. Nice quick move there. I don't like how long it's been to get up there. It was a nice trade, guys. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff. I didn't like that sellers kept trying to sell these highs. So we're alright. We're alright. That's crazy. These buyers that stepped in right there right after we got clean, man. I think NASDAQ, man. Here comes that run. There's 66. Boom, 69. I saw that coming to a NASDAQ because ES still has room to go, which tells me NASDAQ, which has been carrying the ES, is going to continue to carry the ES. There's 70. Nvidia continuing higher. Oh, I'm on the 15-minute on equities. Damn, bro. I didn't even realize that. Boom. There's our TP on NASDAQ right there. That's fantastic. I'm already out, but still great stuff, guys. Yes, sir. Definitely don't look for longs up here. Now we're in resistance. Gold, you doing anything for us? Maybe. Good stuff on those NASDAQ longs, guys. That is awesome. Entry was 34. Got out at 61. Oh, I thought I got a bit of a better exit. I ain't gonna complain. Did hit that 73 area. Here comes 75 too. Boom, right there, 75 on NASDAQ. Amazing. Just easy call out levels, can I say? Just how we do. You guys take any trades today? What's going on with you guys? I'll bring a contestant. Come on down, Mr. Austin, Anka, Andrea, Amity, Concentrator, Mr. Ozzy, NQ Short, 905. Wait, NQ Short at 23,905. Oh, you're asking? Oh, let's see, 23,905. Maybe, because that's right near previous day high. Oh, big seller sitting there too. It's going to depend. Using the large lot tracker, this 441 is mainly one order. If they pull that right before we get up there, no shorts. Yeah, I'd be careful, guys. Don't go against the trend, right? Right now we're moving higher to get to those price levels. Trend has been a bit more bullish. I will say equities, the weighted index has been weaker, but it's been trying to move higher as well. So I would just say to be a little careful, guys, waiting on a short. Nice, Amity. Quick S&P scalp, 6505. Good stuff. What about you, Mr. E. Marcel, exhausted trader? Or Mr. Potato? You got any potato money from today? Tell me about it. Ask yourself where you get. Yup. Ask yourself where you'd get in at, not counter the direction. That's good, man. Ask yourself both, right? If you're looking for a short, should definitely ask yourself, well, if I'm looking for a short position, where if I was already in a long, where would my stop loss be? If I was already in a long, where would my take profit be, right? And then if you're like, okay, well, if I was in a long, this would actually be a really good trade, and it looks like I'm near my take profit on longs. So I don't know if I really want to take a short right now. 100% random. You gotta have that emoji after. Nice rejection off that resistance zone. Remember, guys, this area on NASDAQ gave us a 300-point sell-off yesterday. 300 points. So I'm going to wait for this 15 minutes to close, because guess what? If we close bearish, we close somewhere down here on the 15 with a rejection candle. Oh, you know I'm taking that thing short. No doubt about it, doubt it. And we're looking for an drop. We got 30 seconds left. I almost want to take this short now. If sellers step foot here, we're going to sell off hard. 10 seconds. I want to see sellers step in for these last 10 seconds. If that's the case, I think they continue on that next 5-minute and 15-minute. Oh, struggling right before. That's a tough one. Let's see. $65 could be a possible retest area, but I do want to see sellers take control here on NASDAQ. Because now we're rejecting that zone that I had, this resistance zone up here. I'm in just one NQ short. I'm a little skeptical on this entry because we don't really have like a good seller stepping in here just yet. Equity's getting pretty bearish though. And we mentioned weighted index has been pretty weak. So we'll play it safe here. Stop loss is around like 56, so it could be a quick stop out. And if it stops out, I'll do stop loss at 58. If it stops me out, I'll look for a possible re-entry off like 65. How'd the 30-minute close? 30-minute close pretty bullish. We'll be careful on that still. See if we can find some selling pressure. Equity's still pretty weak right now. There we go. Nvidia selling off. See if NASDAQ can feel that. Gotta see the rest of equity start to sell off too, and they're struggling to right now. I almost want to get out of this for a scalp. Not trust this right now. There we go. Alright, let's see. Really looking to see if we get a strong break below that blue level I just plotted on NASDAQ. Nice. There we go, guys. Let's see, we're starting to hold it. Be careful. This 30 level acted as support earlier. Looking for us to take out support, though, right? I'm looking for us to sell off. Point of control just moved higher, so volume is starting to get heavy. Be careful. Yeah, I'm thinking these are fake outs to the downside. Be careful on these shorts. I'm gonna get out right now. Not even worth it. $40. I'm not trusting it though. I liked the breakdown. I liked the big seller. I guess it could, it really could. I'm not a fan of us not pulling back to a resistance point or anything, and also us having support on ES and NQ. Especially ES. Swept these lows. It looks like it's trying to trade right back into that range. I knew NASDAQ had more relative strength this morning, so I don't want to hold those NQ shorts. We're good staying patient. We're good being out of it. These pullbacks might be the areas to short. Nvidia moving lower. A lot of strength on Nvidia to the downside right now, and I'm surprised NASDAQ's not reflecting that. Almost want to take these shorts again up here on this pullback because of Nvidia's weakness. But there goes Apple as well. Yeah, I like this. I mainly like it because of Nvidia's weakness. I take it short here with the stop loss, just like a 5-point stop, looking for a quick move, but it's so choppy, I don't think that trade would pan out. Nvidia's selling off. I want to see a quick move on NASDAQ, but it's failing each time, so let's just wait. That 15 minute didn't close where I wanted it to on the 15, so let's see though. It looks alright. I guess ideally, if I'm looking at the 15 minute, I'd want to see sellers step in and bring us lower towards these lows, but gotta be so careful, right? Because we don't want to be trying to chase anything, because we know we were long before. There's a big buyer on NQ right there. If that buyer fails, that might be an area to position a short. If that buyer holds, probably not. Let's see. That buyer's trying to hold it. Yeah, that buyer's holding. Be careful. I think it wants to go to some highs again. NQ finding some, Nvidia finding some support. Let's see, just wait, guys, just wait. Weighted index getting weak again. If this weighted index could start selling off, possibly look for a retest of this supply zone on NQ, but really gotta wait on that. Yeah, there's that resistance up here off like 56.60 area. Let's see. But remember, guys, each time a seller tries to step in, buyers bring it right back up. How's gold? Gold's continuing up as well. Dollar's weak. Where's our market pulse? Here we go. Weighted index getting weak over here, guys. I really wouldn't be comfortable taking longs at this point because of how weak the weighted index is. I'd possibly look for a short position off of resistance, like up here. But it's really going to depend. Like ES trying to hold too, looks like buyers are stepping in. Possible reversals, possible hold. We'll just wait. Wait. Or see the traffic. You ever see there's like memes online? People use the press the button, it's across the street, and they'll spam it and it says wait, and it'll get really aggressive. It'll go wait, wait, wait. It starts getting mad. 30-minute was real bullish on NQ, real bearish on ES. 15-minute was also looking more like a reversal on NAS as well. See how we react to the 65 up here. We've been trying to chop through these highs though, so be patient. Don't be trying to grab every short you see, because buyers might want to hold it. Nvidia holding up. Meta took a turn to the downside. I really like the 65 as resistance. It's been resistance a little while this morning, but it feels like a squeeze right here. Feels like a squeeze. It smells like a squeeze. It tastes like a squeeze. It is a squeeze. There's 66. NQ with some more longs. Let's see. VIX trying to move lower too, which is good. Weighted index looking alright. Thinking of buying this dip down here. But let's see. Don't want to be chasing around, right, guys? We want to be patient. Oh, we do have our footprint chart again. Yay. I still want to see how we react to the 73 again. 74, 73, it's about 880. 83 possible stop loss. Yeah. And that's because that area is major resistance yesterday, guys. We saw that. Minute 25 left in this 5 minute. 15 minute also has about 6.5 minutes left. 30 minute. That's 21 minutes. Definitely struggling up here, right? Buyers haven't been able to run us up on the smoothest of trends. Let's see. I want to see us trade back into the 70s. Look how weak the volume is here on the 5 minute. It's 10:09. We don't have any economic data coming out. Equities are starting to hold. This might be a buy the dip sitch right here. I don't know. Let's be patient. I don't have a good read on the market. We don't have a clear direction. We do have buyers had momentum today. But at this point, we have resistance above us. We have support below us. We do not want to force anything. Made some potatoes on NQ long. Good stuff, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is why we don't trust it. Let's just wait 10 seconds. So you're saying all in long. Got it. Yep, full send. Full port. Alright, give me 1 sec, guys. Guys, did we make $1 billion yet? Oh, there goes NASDAQ ready to sell off. Let's see. Give me a pop first, man. Give me 865 again. We're sort of in a range right here, man. Google's trying to hold VWAP, push higher. So is Nvidia holding key psych level 170 right now. So is Amazon. Apple just popped. So let's just wait. We had those nice longs, man, on NQ before. So we're just chilling, man. We're chilling. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Let's see. Guys, always remember, if anybody has any questions on anything, prop firm question, trading view question, anything, please feel free to let me know. Should I full port short the NQ question? Full send question. I'm just kidding. Bro, it's so ready. It's so ready. Market pulse trying to tick lower. I mean, there we go. There we go. Come on, pull back. Let's trap a few people first, pull back, and then get going. Nvidia also had support. Apple just got swatted down. There we go. We'll pull back to the 50s. 50s, 90s, and today. Alright, let's see. I'm thinking really some gold scalps to the upside. The way gold's just been trending higher. But, especially seeing how shit NQ has been. GC could just be an easy trend up. Let's see. Minute 42 left for this 5 to close, and we've been having some green candles, some continuation on gold, so I'd be comfortable taking a long on gold here because of the buying pressure. There we go. was going to say, and looking at the 5-minute, we've been closing green, so I'm looking for that trend. So I'd sort of be looking to see if we can somehow look for some continuation on gold here off of this 5-minute to the upside. And if it fails, then there's no continuation trade. But right now, gold's been making new all-time highs. The dollar's been pretty weak for the most part. Dow's at a key level. That has nothing to do with gold, though. I don't like gold is sort of failing right up here off of this 36.75 area. Let's see. Remember, guys, what we like to look for is big bubbles, big volume bubbles. So let's see if we get a big volume bubble down here on gold before we start to reverse. That could help give us a good entry. There's a big seller, but if that seller just continues it lower, then there's no trade. Let's see. There's that sweep of this 5-minute low from before. So a lot of people might be stopping out of chasing longs. Alright, let's see. So I like that sweep of that 5-minute low. I'm going to try just one gold contract if we could hit that price level one more time. Alright, we just hit it. I just realized the 5-minute close, though. It's not really in my favor. But we'll see. Timing-wise, that's not the best entry. NASDAQ range bound. Those shorts are definitely starting to pick up on NQ. If gold goes for one more low, I'm out. Might go for it. Looks like it wants it. There we go. Come on, gold. Let's get crazy. Let's get jiggy with it. I like those sweeps of the low. Give me a little confidence here on these gold longs. I want to see this 1-minute hold. I know I usually don't trade the 1-minute. This is probably going to be the reason why. We're going to see it stop out. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. It's my fault for questioning the 1-minute, I guess. Looking for new high a day as first target. Trying to squeeze on this 36.75 level that is point of control right now. And some gold longs. First TP, new high a day. Second TP, somewhere over the rainbow. Move first TP for a second. We're getting some momentum. Let's see. You know what it is? VWAP's all the way down here, so it's squeezing my chart, and that's a little annoying. Just a little. I don't like how this 5-minute is structured right here. Part of me wants to exit this if we get one more push up. Probably should have seen that before, because it does feel like a stop hunt right here. So just be a little careful. Yeah, look at that. Wow, wild. Anyways, where we at? NASDAQ still chopping too. Oh my goodness. Does anything want to give us a trend today? Still definitely looking more towards NQ shorts than anything. But at this point, stop city, right? Let's see. Let's be patient, guys. Be patient. Nvidia finding some selling pressure. I'd look to short the rips on NASDAQ at the moment. I wouldn't look to sell the dips. I'd look to short the rips. There we go. Get out in momentum, right? Get out into strength. See if it gives us one more leg here. Got some good trajectory to it. There's 816. Struggling to get below 16. There we go. There we go. Nice. Huge. I'm gonna get out into strength right there. That's beautiful. Let's see. Let's wait. Choppy. Definitely, man. I could have been holding shorts for a little bit longer from this original short entry up here on NASDAQ off of that supply zone, but that's alright. You just gotta stay patient. Let the market do its thing. Still looking to play out, still looking to target the lows, so I'd still be looking for a short position. Just gotta find a good entry again. Weighted index looks like it's ready to sell off. I'm thinking this candle right here, if it could go green at all, I'm taking it short somewhere. Okay, it's green a little bit right here. Let's see. No way. Because it feels like a continuation candle. Nvidia pulling back, some equities pulling back. Come on, give me a short. Oh, yep, see that? See that? Let's see. Go green a little bit. Let me get a short position on a pullback. We don't want to sell the dip. We want to sell the rip. We want to buy the dip, sell the rip. 18. Head towards 30 again. If we could head towards 30 again, that would be great. But quickly. $30-minute. 15-minute. 30. 1 hour, 45. Just browsing around. Another pullback on equities here. Google selling off pretty strong. Green on this 5 again. That's what I was looking for a short. But I was also looking for possibly 25 or 30 to be hit. Let's see. I said I would short it if we could get green on this candle for a second. So I got to take just one contract. So back in some NQ shorts. Really looking for continuation on this 5-minute. With weakness on equities. Nvidia trying to flip red on this 5 as well. Good selling pressure. I need to see this market pull start ticking negative 70%, and it's starting to dance around a little bit. It's doing the Macarena. Guys, NASDAQ's doing the Macarena. Nice little pullback. Again, would consider shorting these pullbacks. Just wait right now. Pretty strong pullback right there. I mentioned 830, 825, 830. Equity still weak. Meta and Microsoft started to pump. That's what's giving us this pullback right here. Here's 825. Did come into a low volume shelf on NASDAQ, and that's what we're holding as support right now. Only 2 minutes left in this 5-minute. Really need to see sellers step back in. Nvidia with some weakness. I'll start a short position back up over here, but I do want to be careful. 31 possible stop loss, and that's because I'm looking for a momentum trade to the downside, and if it fails, I'll just be right out. But it is looking like it's trying to run towards that 30. Ooh. Let's see. Come on now, sellers. Let's get back in there. Google's selling off pretty strong. I need the Nvidia push red on this candle too. That'll help sellers. Without that, I think we run to 30. Damn, look at that, bro. '30's getting close. Let's see. It rejected off 30.25. I'll put my high towards my stop loss towards the highs we just made. If buyers do continue this though, we are going to break through and continue to a new high a day. If sellers have the momentum like they've had the past like 3 5-minute candles, then I want to see this 5-minute that's green right now push back to the downside. Nvidia with some strength, Apple with some weakness, Meta got beat down, so did Google. Need to see these equities, man. Gotta make sure we don't get back to 830 on NQ. There it is, though. It's getting close, bro. Come on. $33.5 will be my stop. Thinking it wants to run, so just be a little careful. Apple sold off real strong right there, but Microsoft found crazy buying strength. My biggest concern is a pop here and then a rejection, which would be a stop hunt. So I'll snuggle up my stop for a second, so if it does want to stop hunt, let it, actually. And play it a little more carefully. Where's the top of this FVG? Like 38? 38 will be final stop loss. Nvidia with some selling pressure, Amazon trying to hold, some sellers trying to step in here on NQ, but they're trying to fail too, so let's be patient here. Just wait. Big volume stepping in here on NQ on this 30. Lining up with an FVG. Goes to here. Thinking we break it. Near 38. Look at these big buyers, man. No, sir. That would be GC. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Pretty range bound today, man. Gold still never gave us this entry. Nice pop up there on Nas. Now remember, I said if we could break back above, I do think we might be in for a new high a day on Nasdaq. A lot of people are going to be forced out of short positions on this reversal here. Ooh, Nvidia finding some buying pressure. Let's see. Let's see. Don't be caught up at these highs, but it definitely has good momentum behind it because a lot of people are forced out of their positions at this point. Let's see. Minute 58 left on the 5-minute. Let's just wait. Did hold that low volume shelf down here on Nasdaq. That's crazy, man. Let's see. Apple with some weakness. Only one with weakness right now. Telling you, NQ wants another run up. It wants that new high a day on this candle or the next 5. Maybe the next 5. No way it wants it on this one. That's crazy. There you go. Give us a meltdown. Give us a pullback. Nvidia is climbing higher right now. Again, we're at a point where we'd only consider longs. Nice. Looking for new high a day on NASDAQ. Careful, NQ's known for sliding. We're up here at 65. It could slide down to 55 in a matter of seconds. 10-point move down in seconds. Good continuous buying pressure right here on NASDAQ, which is what I like to see. I'm just, again, be so careful buying highs, guys. 8 seconds left. Want to see this continue up. Want to see new high a day on NASDAQ. Want to see Nvidia pop. Nvidia popped that last 5 minute. If Nvidia could do that again, we're definitely going to run up on NQ. Here we go. Come on now. Get towards that 80. Lots of sellers forced out of their positions at these highs. Moving my TP up a little bit for now. I was looking for new high a day, but I think we blast through it. It's at
Where'd you
70.
get long, Kevin? I missed that.
I didn't say it out loud because the market's really been chopping. I tried a long in this candle right here on NASDAQ. Once we broke, I mentioned that once we can break the 35 area, I think we're going to go to new high a day. That was this fair value gap right here. So once we were able to scale above it with good volume, I just sort of tried buying the dips.
10-4, thanks.
For sure, for sure. I'd rather be like, guys, I'm taking it here if I got like a good plan behind it. But that one, it wasn't a guess trade. Never a guess trade. We always gotta have some type of strength, some reason behind it. But it didn't have that A+ capacity that I'd be like, guys, definitely take this. Because it's one of those that has a weird stop loss. It's not a good risk to reward trade. It's got a few things funky with it. It's not my favorite child. Come on, Nvidia. Come on, NQ. Amazon popping like it's hot right now. I really want to see NQ make this new high a day right here. But this struggle is a big worry because we are in a supply zone. I might look to get out of one contract. I don't know, man. Let's see. Give me that pop. Come on now. I just hate this resistance up here, man. A lot of resistance on NQ. Ooh, I guess at 880. Okay, got me out of one. I tried to move it too late. So that pop got me out of one at new high a day. Looking for continuation here on NQ. Amazon running. Nvidia with good strength. Gotta be a little careful here, guys. Guess we also had an optimal trade entry down there too. I definitely whiffed a really good long position. That would have been the A+ trade. And I guess, yeah, target exit would be that new high a day. I'm getting out of this last contract over here. Let's see. So many people just got out of that position. So many people got out of their shorts, getting into longs up there just for it to reverse on them. How crazy is that? Amazon holding up. I want to see if this is an area to re-enter. Let's see. Yes, off of a key level 2. NAS support here off of 50. Let's see. Here's 56. Here's 55. How does NAS want to react to this 50 area? Could be a possible entry here off of 58. Stop at 50. NVIDIA trying to hold up. Let's see. I want to see if we could hold 50 again down here. Yeah. I'm going to try that one more time on NAS long. Stop at the low we just made. So it's literally a trade where I enter here. Stop loss is here. So it could either go right to stop loss or it holds, goes right to TP. We're going to trade with the trend, but we are near a resistance level at the moment. So we want to be a little careful. A lot of stop hunts going on right here. Not the biggest fan of the follow through here. VIX trying to move lower though, which does give me some confidence. ES was trying to move higher too, made a new high a day as well, so it's not like there's any bearish divergence. Amazon running up, Nvidia finding support. Apple has some resistance. 53 is my stop loss on NASDAQ. 53? Oh, which it might go hit. Let's see. Do 52. 52.25. Dancing around on it now. It might go for a stop hunt. And just be a little patient, be a little careful. Never risk more than you're willing to lose and all that fun stuff. Now we have a new fair value gap bullish now. That lines up right below us. Now, I don't want to see price return to that FVG. I want to see price continue right up. Amazon, new high a day. Nvidia finding buying pressure. Come on now. Come on, Naz. You know you want it. I just hate the struggle here, man. It's definitely feeling like a stop hunt to the downside before continuing back up. I'm going to move my stop for a moment, just to adjust it to 44. Just to give it a little room to breathe into the FVG. But, we'll wait and see. Come on, get some buying pressure here, Naz. Let's run it. Let's run it up. Let's go make another new high a day. Amazon new high a day. Nvidia finding buying pressure. Need to see Google continue higher. Google's at previous day high and struggling, but it's above it. So I'd like to see it hold as support. There we go, Naz. Nice. Beautiful. Give me another run here. Again, trapping a lot of short positions to the downside if we're able to hold to highs. Getting some good buying volume coming in here too, but the market pulse hasn't really been ticking, right? So volume hasn't been matching this momentum. So let's see if that could start ticking to the green side with this buying pressure. And if it doesn't, I might look to get out of a contract up here. There we go. All right, equities are looking pretty good right now. I'm going to hold this for a moment. I might look to get out of one at 74. If we get back to 74 again. Looks like we might want to run to it. Hold up. Let's see new high a day, actually. Nah, we'll not be greedy. What did we say, 74? We'll see about 74. That's the resistance zone. Because now we're rejecting it a few times. Moving stop loss up a little bit. Just playing it safe. Stop loss is now to 55. 50. 50, not 55. Market makers, don't stop hunting me. I'm sorry, I said 50. I didn't push it that close. It might come down to 60 again. We have some support building up at 60. That lines up right near my entry point. Current entry 60, stop loss is 51.75. Target 74. Would like to really target 80. New high a day. See some buying volume come in here. Good volume bubble like this to come in near these highs is ideal for us to continue. Amazon new high a day. Apple struggling. Google struggling. Two big strugglers right there. Let's see if we get a little run up and I'll get out of at least one contract at 74. Nice. Come on, 72. And 74. Boom, out of 1. Holding 1. Bro, this market makes me want to wax on and wax off. Jesus. Come on, new high a day, NASDAQ. Let's run it. Let's run it up. Go. Go, baby, go. Nice little squeeze here with this volume picking up. It's what we want to see. Moving stop loss to 55. There's that 78. Come on, NASDAQ. 79. So close to new high a day. ES, new high a day, NASDAQ. It is your turn. We're so close to that 80. It's playing with us. It's playing with us. Equity's starting to struggle here. Come on, NASDAQ, flag out. Get out that beep. Give us one of your crazy moves, NQ. You know you want to. One of those, like, shoom, right to 89s. 12 seconds left. I'm out. I'm not holding this. 12 seconds left, and it wants to give me this chop now. Get out of town. Good stuff, guys. Yo, anybody here trade Forex or trade XAU USD? I got somebody's been hitting me up asking me where they could trade it. I don't trade Forex. I don't know, bro. They said they tried FTMO, they tried Oanda, they tried Forex. You'd think Forex would have it. Nas, oh, finally getting ready to squeeze higher. Let's see. How are our equities doing? Pulling back, let's just wait. Weighted index has been choppy too. Nvidia trying to find some strength here. Again, creating a hard case to buy the highs because we're at resistance. But we've been trying to squeeze through here. So we wouldn't want to go short up here, because we wouldn't want to counter trend trade. But we'd want to be careful on any longs, because we don't know where exactly we would want to have a proper stop loss. We could have a wide stop loss, but we want to have good risks to reward, and we want to be able to manage that throughout our trading. I'm looking for buyers to continue here. I'd consider a long here on NQ at 75, stop loss at 69, 6-point stop loss. Really just looking for a squeeze, and that's why. But gotta be careful. Trying to push through. 78, give us that 80, man. If NASDAQ, there we go, finally. Oh my goodness, guys, Jesus. I was about to pull out my flip phone. I was gonna call the NASDAQ and everything. I was gonna head down there. It's gonna give them a piece of my mind. It's about time. Jeez. Let's see. 83s were a hit. 84s. Equities are pretty choppy right now. I'm thinking of getting out into some strength up here, ladies and gents. We do not want to hold into a supply zone like this, especially after we just got a big move in our favor like that. Let's see. Give us one more move. We'll get out. I promise, NASDAQ. Looking to get out near 85. Close. 83. Alright, out. I'm out of the longs right now because I don't trust this area of resistance. We have been rejecting it a little bit lately. Scalp it, Kev. Oh, later, random. Cool having him back in here, man. Any new members in here? Random before summertime, Random would join us and he'd join us in voice chat every day, and him and I have pretty good and similar zones and price levels, so we have good chemistry through the stream, so that's pretty clean. Hopefully we'll get back on board with that. Gold did not give us our trade entry. That's a shame. And Q gave us a few long position entries. That's great. And yeah. It is, what time is it, guys? It is 10:43. And Q chopping, chopping, gold chopping, chopping. I mean, I wouldn't be that far off of taking shorts up here, but seeing how this 15's gonna close, guess what we're not doing? Taking shorts. Good job, guys. We are not taking shorts yet. We're gonna wait. 23,900 possible resistance. My thing at this point is I wouldn't take a short because buyers have so much strength, but I wouldn't take a long because we are in an area of resistance from yesterday. But remember, this area of resistance on NASDAQ wasn't really a supply zone. It was just an area that markets sold off from when markets opened. Nvidia getting weak. I'd almost take it short based off of that right there. But again, shorting these highs, we don't want to do that. Jumping in front of a bus. I like how the 30-minute could reverse. That's what's keeping me somewhat bearish. Yeah. Could try one short up here. Again, looking for the supply zone to hold as resistance. Looking for us to have traders get trapped on the breakout here. And just really looking to return towards VWAP. And the reason I'm taking it is because Nvidia was showing some weakness right over here. But the issue with Nvidia is it's holding this key level 170. I needed to melt below 170. Oh my god. It won't let me move the chart without moving this drawing. There we go. Nah, yeah, Nvidia trying to hold. Oh, yeah, it's stopping me out of those shorts right now, actually. Ha! Yeah, that's why we wait. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not... It looks alright because we're in a resistance area, and this was a great area of resistance. It's rejected a few times this morning already. But who has control? The buyers. Big buyer could be trapped right there. Oh, where's my equity chart? Okay, let's see. NQ, ES, anything, they're just trying to trend higher. ES has a ways to go to supply, about 10 points away. Nas is really struggling. My biggest issue with NASDAQ shorts, again, is that we have targets to the upside, right? We have 23,900, we have 23,905. It's not really suggesting to me that sellers are taking control. We have been sort of range bound. It is trying to reject that big seller, that big buyer, I should say, that we had right there. And we were looking for a big buyer to get trapped in the market for NAS longs, which would be this guy right here. So we could try it again, but stop at this high right here. So 10-point stop loss. Really looking for markets to just pull back a little bit. Not looking for a full break lower, just looking for a range back lower to stop out some long positions. Weighted index has been pretty weak too, which also gives me a little bit of confidence. But the biggest issue is buyers remaining in control. Been the name of the game today. Buyers trapping the sellers. It's 10:48 right now. Hourly closes in 11 minutes. Now I would like to see a rejection lower. See how this hourly wants to close. Super important. Gotta see Nvidia move lower, man. It's keep holding support right here. Thinking we go for a new high on NQ. Yeah, Nvidia flipping. Flipping the script, ladies and gents. No short, no short. Deactivate. Let's see. No reason to keep chasing, right, guys? We took some nice trades this morning off longs NQ. We didn't take any shorts off NQ. We waited for buyers to step back in. Did we? Let's see. No, we were mainly trading with the trend today. Mainly trading on those longs. I think we took like one scalp short, but other than that, staying long for the most part. We did get that 5-minute close red. That'd be the first sign of a possible short position. I like that. It does look alright. See if he could come give us an entry. That was a little too early. Too early to the party. Now watch us buy this whole dip back. I'm trying to buy it back. That's crazy. Rejecting it. Let's see. Buyers have been trying to squeeze against this resistance level, but this resistance level has been showing as sellers. Oh man, it's coming for those lows again. We finally flipping bearish, Naz? Is that what's up? Let's see. Oh, come on now. Hold that low. Hold that low. I want to see buyers hold it, to be honest. But if sellers flip it, I'll be ready to find some shorts this next hourly candle. There we go. We're getting there. Trying to. Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, they're finding some buying pressure. A little bit of a squeeze on NQ here. Gotta see these buyers step in, man. 212 left on this 5-minute. Want to see it flip green. A lot of equities are doing that right now. So I want to see NQ follow through. Struggle bus. Minute 49 left on the 5-minute. Sellers stepping back in on NASDAQ. Be careful. We have a minute 39 left. We have 6-7 minutes left for the 5 minutes to close. 6-7. Let's see. It's feeling like it wants to run to those lows again. I just really liked equities trying to hold up, but we'll see. We got to be patient. Come on, Nas. Equities holding up, man. Come on, equities are holding it. NASDAQ, you know you want to. Pump it. Louder. 53 seconds left on this 5-minute. Need to see it flip green. It doesn't have an upper wick right now, which was also sort of trying to have me hold this long position to try to get to that imbalance we created, because when this 5-minute opened, we just sold off. We didn't really give buyers the opportunity to buy at this candle open. But the way sellers are trying to hold it down is a huge red flag, guys. Sellers are trying to bat it down. 20 seconds left. Gotta see this pop here. ES trying to hold some strength. It's definitely trying its best, man. 15 seconds. Here we go. We're gonna get a crazy NASDAQ move like we've been seeing to the upside, where it just like does a crazy like 10, 15 points in like a matter of 10 seconds. Bro, I hate this struggle though. Bro, such a red flag, dude. I hate these longs right now. I was liking them before. My entry's right over here at the 71.50. My stop loss is 64. I'd like to target 81 as first TP. I just hate the struggle that sellers are putting in right now. Equities are trying to push up. They've just, again, struggle. I can't emphasize enough. They have been, it's not been a smooth trend. Yeah, I'll get out of one contract at 76 if it gives it to me. I don't think it's going to. I'd like to see it, but real struggle here. Go ahead, find that buying pressure behind us. I'll move my TP. If it starts popping like crazy, I'm moving TP and we're going up. But this big fail. Come on, give us a run up to 82. There's 75, there's 76. There we go. Getting a little bit of a move here. 77, 78. I'm going to try to get out of one contract here at 77. Dude, fill me. 77.75. Out of one. Holding one moving stop loss to this 5-minute current low. Because again, looking for a little continuation run here. Biggest issue is buyers have been failing to continue to the upside, but not really. It's the sellers that have been failing. Buyers have been able to take control when they have control. So we'll hold this for one moment. 220 left on this 5-minute. Yeah, let's get out of this actually. Let's see. Give me another pop and I'm out. Ooh, nope, we're just getting out right there. That's some selling pressure stepping in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys were able to make some money today. Hope you guys were able to learn a little today. It's all a process. We just stay patient, read the charts. Again, got any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message, shoot me a screenshot, let me know. Let's see, Mike, are you killing it today or what? Oh, damn, bro.
That's paper.
Listen, man, that's look at that. That's clear range trading right there. Good job.
Thanks. I could do
Yes,
that all
sir.
day on paper, but gotta get that translated over to some real money.
Yeah, man. You got it. One day at a time, right?
Yep.
All right, ladies and gents, I will see you guys later. Let me know if you got any questions, if you guys want me to reach out to anybody for future Fevers episodes. I'm still waiting to hear back from a few people, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, later.
Thanks, Kevin.
No problem, guys. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out, YouTube guys. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram. It's at Trading with Kev. I post daily market content. So going over whatever's going on in the economy, some market updates, some price levels, whatever has value. So guys, go follow that. Drop some likes on my posts. I appreciate you all. Take care, everybody.